Okay, welcome back to the final episode of this build. I'm going to spray this. The, the, I've got all the masking putty. That's what this black stuff looking is. It is uh, this stuff right here, masking, camouflage masking putty. This is the black color. It's ammo by MiG, so AK. Um, I got, and it's pretty good. And I got it to originally test it to see which was better, the masking putty or just regular silly putty. And turns out it's basically the same stuff. um, the masking putty comes out a little bit softer, a little bit easier to use. The the silly putty is a little bit stiffer. Um, but I took three, I think it was three, maybe it was only two um, things of silly putty, and I folded it in. I took the stuff out of here, and I folded in the silly putty till it was completely incorporated, and left it in there. That's what this is. It's part silly putty, part masking putty, probably close to 50-50. Um, and the way it's kind of looks like it's kind of melted on there. So when you put this stuff out there, it's kind of stiff. But once you lay it down there, if you leave it, so I left this overnight, actually 2 nights, and it has relaxed and spread out a little bit. I actually like the fact that it does that because when you first put it down, it's not actually touching the airplane everywhere you want it to touch. I mean, you can push it down and it will, but if you can leave it overnight like this and let it settle in and actually lay down, you'll come back in the morning and it'll be just like this. It'll be laid down, nice, smooth, tight to the airplane. You'll get nice, tight lines around your mask, around your camouflage. So let me load up the airbrush and let's get this painted. Turn on our little paint booth here. Looks like 286 by Real Colors. 286 is our paint color. Okay, we are back, I think. All right. Take our handy dandy stir, and we'll give this a good stir. Oh no, it splashed a little bit. All right. Uh, Get that little wipe off. And over there, put this back up here. All right. Go to the trusted Iwata Eclipse. I have other trusted airbrushes. Okay. That might be a little bit much. It's better. All right. Just sit down for a second so I can get this cleaned off. Try to always clean your lid, your bottles after you pour paint out of them. Get the threads clean and the top clean, and you'll always be able to open the lid and it'll be clean. Um, okay. All right. Just a little back bubble mixing there, and we're ready to go. Our fan's on. Our little extractor here is on. I normally would have a mask on, but I can't talk to you guys being my mask. So what I'll do is I'll start, and so you guys can see a little bit, and then I'll stop and put my mask on because I don't want to breathe it actually. Okay, I'm gonna put on my mask now. So um, it's just gonna be a little silent ASMR for a little bit while I have a mask on because you guys won't be able to understand me. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Pardon me. All right. That painting is done. Um, get out of my mask. Let go. Thank you. All right. Okay. That is done. We're going to give that a few minutes to kind of cure a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, I'm screwing up something underneath. Gotta be careful at this stage. I got stuff sticking out everywhere. I was trying to get to this open bottle of paint before I knocked it over. Like yesterday, I knocked over a can of Coke twice. Twice. All right. Start with something small. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's a little bit of buildup there. I'll have to take my X-Acto knife after that. A little too much paint. Or I guess I'll take a sandpaper to it. A couple thousand good sandpaper. All right, I'll do that in a minute. Okay, there's that. Hopefully not all that way. No, I did kind of overdo it in the where the edge was. Man, I got some buildup in a couple of places. Wow, look at that one. That's way too much paint. Way too much paint. Look at this. Way too much paint. So I'm not. This is not a sponsored video. I don't even have enough people to, as subscribers to even show up as a channel. So if you know any of your friends, please tell them to go subscribe to my channel. I need subscribers. I need subscribers badly. I know these are not the greatest videos. I know that there are a lot of people that I watch on YouTube that have way better videos than this. But I'm lazy. I do not want to have to sit down and do hours worth of editing to make them better. Um, I might invest in a different mic. This mic is not really holding up to my expectations, but we'll see. For now, I think the way I'm using it is better. Um, so this masking putty, I just ball it up like this, kind of give it a few squeezes, um, ball it up like that, and then squish it flat so it goes into the can, or flatter, I should say. But this stuff is so weird. You see how that's in there like that? That's two pieces, or was. That's one piece now. And I'm going to put this in there too. You don't have to worry about the paint. Paint won't hurt a thing. It's fine. It's not a problem. I'll put that right there like that. And I bet you if I came back tomorrow morning, or maybe the next morning, it would be all flat and it'd be one homogeneous thing. So it's very interesting stuff. And I think it works really well. And if I hadn't gotten heavy-handed with the paint at the edges, Yeah, this is 2000 grit sanding stick, just a no-name brand, um, straight from China. But it is a 2000 grit sanding stick. I would call it a hard stick. I wouldn't call it a sponge stick. Even though it is a little spongy, it's more stiff than a sponge is. Um, so I would call it a stiff stick. I call it a stick and not a sponge, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, I'm just going around on these edges where I overdid it and using this 2000 grit sanding stick. And these real colors are lacquer paints. Um, I think they're supposed to be like Tamiya paints. They're solvent based, but we think maybe it's alcohol, not lacquer thinner. I say we because I've heard multiple people on the internet say that. I believe that's the case too because my lacquer thinner stinks to high heaven. Um, and this stuff smells more like the real colors thinner, which I think is alcohol based. All right, a little up here. All right, let's see here. All right. Crisis averted. Oh, missed one. All right. All right, all right, all right. That's that. Okay. Okay, now that's enough to keep, I think. 286. Yeah. Just doing a little clean out here of the airbrush. Um, doesn't take but a minute to do it. Um, Okay. All right. Little back bubble there with a little bit of thinner in the cup. Okay, take our little brush here. And, oh, probably out of frame, huh? Well, just cleaning out my airbrush. Um, to switch over to some clear, some flat clear, so I can clear coat this thing. It's still blowing a little bit of green. All right, one last little squirt here. Going a little bit green. But it's pretty clear. I'll spray off a little bit in the beginning. All right. All right, now for some flat, clear flat. Actually, no. Now comes the gloss varnish. So I can put decals on. I can put decals on. Yeah, so I can put decals on. All right, let's get our handy dandy mixer again. Okay. My stir was a little green still. Oh, not much in there. You know what? I think this would introduce too many bubbles, which I don't want. So we're gonna go with we're gonna go with a popsicle stick. A popsicle stick, literal popsicle stick. See the brown right there? I ate the popsicle off of there. All right, so here's what I'm doing. It's just there's not much in there. There's about a I don't know third of a bottle, and I wanted to stir it up just to make sure that it was, nice and stirred up. But I was afraid to use that electric mixer that I just had in my hand. Because I was afraid it would introduce a bunch of bubbles. Anyway, this is going to be right at 50-50. Right at 50-50. Back bubbling. Pull off a little bit of air because I missed a few of those little overpaints. It's weird. It's blowing out all these look like spider webs. It's this gloss is drying too much before it hits the plane. Looks like. And you gotta put too much thinner in. But oh, this is basically empty, but this is what I'm talking about. I need to clean up my space. Really, really muchly. Missed a whole piece. It was camouflaged so well. Okay, what am I going to do now? Oh, I had black and white. White was one of those colors I got the other day. I'm just cleaning my brush out with this because that's a solvent based. That's solvent based clear, and I'm fixing to have to go to the All Clad 2 lacquer, aqua gloss. But this aqua gloss is a water based um, not lacquer, but varnish. So I'm just trying to make sure everything's out. All right, I think that's got that. Put back our thinner. Put back our real colors thinner. Put back our water bottle. Okay, and this aqua gloss, strange as stuff. You don't shake it; it always stays white like that. You don't shake it. It specifically says on there, "Do not shake." Right? Um, and it works great. It's great. So I'll have to buy some more of that too. Looks like it's getting low. All right, that appears to have the top pretty well done. All right, now we got to let this at least dry a little bit. So I'm going to clean out my brush, my airbrush, just with some water. Just water. Clean out. I'm making a mess with my water though. All right, I think that's clean. We're going with it. All right, this is gonna dry before I can turn it over and do the other side. Yep. Okay. Put you on hold. Everything's got to dry here, and we'll flip it over, and we'll do. I'll come back for that. Y'all hang out, hang by.